Yeah. Good evening, everyone. As we all have been trying to understand the yoga and especially the fourth stage of yoga, that is the pranayam, I just wanted to bridge a small gap in the understanding as to what exactly is the meaning of pranayam. Pranayam is basically the exercise of the prana energy. The prana energy in yogic terminology, when you try to understand it through the English point of view, it also means the bioetheric energy or the cosmic energy that runs the show of the universe. So, as I had earlier demonstrated, that you actually have all the fragments of the universe inside your body. And what happens when you sit for this particular sadhana of the pranayam? You actually connect to the universal energies. So, all the organic systems that are there, the organs, they draw energy from the food sources, and at some point of time when there is a illness, they are unable to recover because the intelligence of the organs has gone corrupted somewhere, and there are some kind of blockages of energy that start happening. Like, for example, the violet color is said to be the highest vibration frequency. The violet is there, the purple is there, and when that kind of energy of high vibrations is replaced by gross dark black or gray energies in aura photography, you definitely know that there is a kind of a energy stuck up somewhere in the organs. So when you do a particular asana, it stretches that particular tissue organ, and just the stretching is not enough. It frees up some aspects of the energy coordinates in that particular region. But when you exercise that by using your breath, you actually increase the vibrations of that particular organ. Like, for example, the lungs are there, the heart is there. We have seen the pranayam using the humming sound. What that does, that secretes nitric oxide by your cells, and nitric oxide by its characteristic has got an antiviral property. So these are the things that increase your defense mechanism. Then simple pranayams like the Kapalbhati pranayam or the Shital Kapalbhati that we have studied, it makes you to flap your stomach. So what happens is that the organs of the stomach, the intestine, they get exercised. So when they become strong, they are able to absorb more nutrition of the same food or of the little food that you have been eating. It is not that you eat like a greedy person, because if your body is not able to digest that, then what is the use of incurring that particular amount of karmic burden on your system? So you can eat little bit as per your capacity, but then when you integrate the pran, your efficiency of digesting that food, it increases. And not only the efficiency, you are able to absorb more nutrition of the same food that is there. So pranayam is one of the very, very important aspects of yoga, and you will feel that once you sit for doing the pranayams, I think we have done nearly 7 or 8 up till now. Belly breathing we have done, then we have done Kapalbhati, we have done Shitali Kapalbhati, then Anulom Vilom, then we have done the Brahmari breathing using the Kechari Mudra. So what this is going to help you, it helps you with absorption of the universal energies which are there. And we are not only limiting our mind to just absorbing the universal energies, we are also mindfully doing this process. What is the meaning of mindfully? Mindfully means you feel when you are doing a particular thing. For example, how many of you people, when you get up in the morning and you sip your glass of water or your Giloy juice or neem juice or whatever, and you mix it with water and you have a drink, how many of you feel the thing going down? So it's basically the practice of increasing your feelings. It largely helps you overall by being mindful. And mindful is the target organ that you want to focus on, and you breathe there while doing a particular asana or by sitting in your sadhana. It activates that mindfully because you feel that particular thing happening. You feel the breath, you feel the pran, you feel the energy going into that particular organ, and that feeling is very, very powerful feeling. So as you do that, your progress is definite. And pranayam is so very important because it is the foundation after the asana to get into the higher level of meditation, where you will not be breathing the pran, you will become yourself the pran. So all the masters, they have actually guided us to come to that stage of merging with the cosmic energy. And when you are merged with the cosmic energy, what virus, what corona, what this, what that, you are light. You are not into your body anymore. Yeah. And moment you start activating by using the mantra that any one of your Gotra rishis or your parents, or a mantra can also be a positive affirmation, a gratitude. It helps. It gives you that energy in your lung apparatus to expand, to absorb more of the universal powers of the energies that are there. Traditionally, we have a chant being from the Hindu culture of doing the Mahamrutyunjay mantra. Everybody has heard of it, but I don't know how many of you have actually scientifically practiced it. So as you breathe in one whole mantra, it takes nearly 8 to 10 seconds for the whole breath to go inside. You pause mindfully, you churn that mantra in your mind without speaking it. So that takes around 10 to 12 seconds, and then you release it in the count of, in a ratio of 1:2, which takes around 15 seconds to 20 seconds. Initially you won't be able to do 20 seconds, but you can try 12 seconds or 15, or then gradually progress to releasing it to 20. So what this will do is that your lungs, which were breathing at a rate of the diaphragm contracting every 2 seconds. You breathe, the diaphragm expands, the breath is expelled out. This whole process takes place about in 6 to 7 seconds instead of one breath. Now, in this particular process of sadhana, you will take nearly 20 to 30 seconds to complete one whole cycle of the breathing. And what that will do, firstly, it will ensure that the prana is gone to the entire lungs of your body, and you are breathing the vibratory frequency of that mantra. Okay, that means even if there is no sound playing, but there is a sound that is going on in your head, you are mindful of that. So when you breathe mindfully, you don't take air and oxygen, you take the prana from the universe. This is the fundamental difference and the principle of mindfulness. So do this, it will give you empowerment. And I'm trying to speak in English. Maybe next time we meet, I'll try to make some communications in Hindi also. Though Hindi is not my forte, but I will try. मैं करूँगा, कोशिश करूँगा, क्योंकि मेरा बहुत सा वीडियोस सब लेवल के लोगों तक जाना चाहिए. हमने हमारे गुरु से ये जो ज्ञान लिया है, ये घर घर तक पहुँचे, घर घर में डर का माहौल ना हो. ये भगवान ने या अल्लाह ने, जो भी आप समझो, बहुत बड़ा अपॉर्चुनिटी मिला है कि हम टाइम दे पाए. इतना ट्रैवलिंग का मारामारी नहीं है, थोड़े लोगों को है, लेकिन फिर भी अगर वो टाइम निकाले तो भला उनका ही होना है. तो इसके साथ ही थैंक यू, एंड लेट्स मीट अगेन फॉर सम मोर sadhanas, some more videos. I trust you enjoy what we are doing. Thank you.